I'm Brian Van, SportBikeTrackHere.com, and today we're going to do a product review on the all-new Knox Meta-Sys V14 back protector. I am pumped about this. This is the top-level back protector from Knox, and I would say that in my estimation, this is going to be the best back protection available out there today. We've been waiting a long time for a real replacement for the famous Knox Contour, which was for many, many years our best top-end back protector, and we finally have it now in the Meta-Sys. $199.95. It's available in three sizes. We've got a small, we have a medium, and we have a large. Some quick sizing information, okay? Small is going to be good for 5'8" and under. The medium is going to be good from 5'8", 5'9"-ish, right, up to 6'3". The large is for the real tall people, 6'3" and over. They've also got some recommendations for torso length. You can see those on the website, but if you follow that quick guide that I gave you there, at the end of the day, that's really going to get you where you need to be with the sizing and get appropriate coverage. Level 2 CE certified, okay? Testing on this piece. There's another back protector out there from one of the competitors that has boasted some really big numbers. And in testing, this one passes less energy than that one. The best test on record for this was 3.0 kilonewtons. Something else that's really special about this is that it's been tested at multiple temperatures, right? From negative 20 degrees Celsius up to plus 40 degrees Celsius, and it passes the tests at those temperatures. It's because of the special blend of materials that they've used with this protector. No restocking fees here at STG. If you get this thing from us and you don't like it, I can't imagine that would be the case. You want to send it back for a refund, we can do that. Let's say you get it, you don't feel it's the right size, you want to exchange for it, we can do that for you. No worries as well. Just don't ride in it first. We also have free shipping for any order over $40 to the lower 48 United States with really affordable international shipping rates. Let's take a look at this thing. We get you to turn around, please, Buster. We've got a combination here of hard and soft material. We've got a proprietary blend of energy-absorbing, right, armor that is behind these polypropylene plates. And what makes this special, okay, is the framework that it's all built in. You can see here, can you bend forward just a little bit? You can see this thing just begin to stretch and kind of move with him. We've got floating scapula plates in here, right? This is conforming, just like the Contour did, to the shape of his back as he's moving around. So it is very unrestricted. Now, protection. When you take a hard plate like this, right, and you impact this plate, what's going to happen is it's going to disperse the load over a wider area, okay? Then compressing the softer armor behind it. Obviously, it'll be most focused here, but it'll radiate outwards because this entire plate is pushing in on everything, so it manages energy at a very high level. It makes it much more efficient than a soft protector that's taking an impact head on, and it doesn't have a hard plate to help dissipate that energy. Instead, a softer protector is going to need to manage that impact in that single area. It can call a little bit on the cells around it as they compress, but not as efficiently as this hard plate. They worked really hard on this to get the right blend of materials to get the highest level of protection, the lowest possible weight in this framework with a very low restriction when riding. Obviously, this is great for motorcycling. It can be used for snowboarding because it works so well at cool temperatures. You could wear it on a mountain bike if you're doing some really aggressive downhill stuff and you want a high level of protection. There's a lot of adjustment and ventilation also built into this. We'll touch on the ventilation first. It's got an intake channel up here at the top, some perforations here. Air is able to flow through inside, and there's an exhaust down here. Even when you've got it inside of a race suit or a jacket, this still promotes airflow just inside the coat in there, and it's going to work to help manage having that additional layer. Also, on the other side of this protector, which we'll show you in the next part of this video, there is a 3D spacer fabric panel. It is removable so you can wash it. We'll talk about that too. That maintains a pocket of air between the rider and the back protector itself. which also promotes that airflow and works to keep you cooler and more comfortable. Adjustments. We have the shoulder straps running a channel, so as you move around, right, the straps move in that channel rather than pulling. You can see that these are quite flexible, okay, they're able to move around with the rider, so those scapula plates are not fixed in place, okay, which is important because you see as I push his shoulder back a little bit, if he's moving athletically, like pulling back on the handlebars or something, he's going to push on that, okay, and that allows that to move so it's not just wrenching on the whole protector, so that's pretty cool. The waist belt is adjustable up or down. You've got multiple positions. What you're going to do is at the end of the day, you see where this is riding on Buster. You really want to shoot for fitment like that, okay? We're all different shape, thicker and thinner in the waist. Let's say if maybe you're a little larger around the waist and your belly rides kind of low, you're going to want to maybe raise this up a little bit so that it kind of rests on top of your belly and it keeps the back protector where it needs to be. Conversely, if you're more athletic, you're more V-shaped, right? Maybe you want to lower the belt a little bit to get underneath that V and hold the back protector in the proper position. If I get you to turn and face the camera, please. Shoulder straps as well as the waist strap. We're going to start with the waist strap. How do I put this thing on? Okay, how you want to put this thing on is you've got this first layer of Velcro here, right? There is no spandex property built into this. So what you want to do is you want to put it on not super tight, because this, remember, when he rides the motorcycle or snowboards or whatever, it's an athletic activity. Your torso expands and contracts as your abs expand and contract. So you need to be able to move there. We have a second layer of adjustment here that has elastic bands built into it. This is where the actual adjustment comes in. Right there. That's going to snug it up. So that expands and contracts, right? Takes the tension off the waist belt, and it keeps it comfortable. A second thing this can do is when you're out riding, you've got a long day of riding in, you're getting tired, your core's getting weak, you can actually over-torque these a little bit, right? Like so, and it's going to really, if you can feel that tension in your core, right, it helps to support you there, right? And it's going to re-energize you a bit and help you finish the ride more comfortably. Another thing you're able to do is adjust the shoulder straps, right? Simple D-ring style adjustment. Shorten, lengthen. Something that is proprietary to Knox is they use this cool Z-strap. I am able to undo these clips like so, and let's say you want to reposition these, I can come over here and crisscross these straps just like this to even further fine-tune the fitment of that back protector. I'm really excited about this. Protection is something that's definitely near and dear to our heart. This integrates with the Knox chest protectors, the whole deal if you're looking for the full kit. Based on what I've seen here, the research I've done, the riding that I've done with this, I gotta tell you, this in my mind is the absolute replacement for that contour, but instead of it just being a replacement, it performs at the highest level that we currently know of. That doesn't mean somebody couldn't come out with something that perhaps tests higher, but the amount of energy that it passes is so low. They've done a phenomenal job. In my mind, everything here makes sense. If you want a little more information, stay tuned for the second part. Okay, we've got the Meta-Sys off the model. We're going to give you a closer look at it now. Like we spoke about earlier, the best of hard and soft protection. These polypropylene outer shells, almost like a turtle shell, but you can see that there are all these sections built into it to enhance mobility. You can see we've got the rubber components underneath that allow this to flex and return so it moves with you. It's also able to bend like that. Floating scapula protectors. The shoulder straps float back and forth in a channel. Air intake here at the top allows air to circulate inside the protector, some perforations here for it to bleed out, and then an exhaust at the bottom. That's going to enhance the cooling effect. Anytime you add protection like this, you add another layer and it can increase the heat. Adjustability is also key. You want the back protector to ride in the proper spot for maximum protection. And one of the ways that they do that is with an adjustable belt system. This is something they've used for years. They introduced it first on their Aegis and they've carried it forward to the Meta-Sys. You're able to relocate the waist belt up or down. The reasons you would do that, okay, are simple. Like I said, you want the back protector to ride the proper spot on your neck. We're all a different shape in the torso. Okay, so let's say if maybe you're a little thicker around the waist, but your belly rides kind of lower. Okay, you'd want to maybe raise the belt up a little bit so it kind of rides up on top of the belly, and that's going to help to hold the back protector in the right place. Conversely, okay, let's say if you're trimmer in the waist, you're more of a V shape, right? Then what you would want to do typically is go ahead and get the belt maybe to a lower position, right? And that'll be down towards the bottom of the V, and it'll help hold the back protector there so it doesn't ride up. This is something you'll play with just a little bit. Once you get it dialed in, you'll never have to touch it again. We already showed you the dual stage waist belt, right? You first go ahead and you attach the Velcro. You're going to want to leave a little bit of slack, and then you get your finite adjustment using these spandex adjusters on both sides. Spacer fabric is included with this. It's a removable panel, so you are able to wash this panel. You'd want to do that in mild detergents, kind of cool water. Do not dry it. The rest of the back protector, you're not washing. You can hand wash this, no dryer, mild detergents, right? This piece is fully removable. It's attached by Velcro. I love the way they did this. This is a huge step up from the original version of this protector, because rather than using just small little segments of Velcro that need to attach to each other, this whole back panel on the back protector is actually a nice felt type piece that the Velcro grabs to in a very strong manner. As you can see, it kind of takes a second to get this thing off there. It's really held in place quite nicely. And you can see here all the individual segments, right? And how the back protector even reacts a little bit different when this is off. There is a ton of mobility built into this. It's restricted somewhat when you have the 3D spacer fabric on it by design. This is a top level piece. This is the piece we've been waiting from Knox for years. This replaces what was, I believe, the best back protector of all time, the Knox Contour, but this is the evolution of that. It protects at a much higher level. The weight is very low. As we've said before, it tests right at low temperatures, at high temperatures. It doesn't vary like a lot of the other materials that the competitors use. They are temperature sensitive and they don't work as well as they cool off. And let's be honest, oftentimes in motorcycling, right, you're out there riding in varying temps. You have to ask yourself, do you want varying levels of protection based on the outside ambient temperature? This is, in my estimation, the new benchmark for back protection in motorcycling, or really any impact-oriented sport. This is the all-new Knox Meta-Sys V14 back protector.